And we out. Are we good, bro?
Awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah, great
I just
job,
felt like it was
sis.
talk stories.
I know.
I got something on my mind, but words, they won't do it justice. I could write it on a sign, but words, they won't do it justice.
Talo Falava, welcome to ICAN Talks. This is Sisa Gray.
Aloha no, I'm Mainei Kinimaka. Sis.
Girl. Actually, you were stunning last night in that red.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't think I've ever seen you with makeup on. Like,
yeah.
right? Was I right or was I wrong?
Yeah, I never wear makeup. I mean,
never.
even on the show, none of us wear makeup either.
No, but
yeah.
even when you're in other, appearances, like if you do, it's like very, very subtle.
Yeah.
But last night, I think it was a tad bit elevated that I noticed it.
Oh yeah, it was elevated.
It was elevated.
Apple really elevated all of us.
Oh, girl.
Yeah,
It was gorgeous.
I seen Tico here getting elevated in the glam suite too yesterday.
All I know is that guy's one Hama Diva.
Yeah.
He's so good. He's
he is.
He's so fun. I love him. I love that guy. But
Yeah.
How'd you feel after last night?
Yeah, I mean,
What'd you take from it?
It was a lot to unpack. It was a lot to unpack. There's so many emotions. I think everybody was excited, nervous, emotional,
Absolutely.
just ready for it to
Mm-hmm.
release into the world and let everybody enjoy and celebrate the show. But yeah, I feel like the biggest takeaway for me was just seeing, I think, the dedication that Apple put to actually bring the premiere back here.
Amen. Agree.
And give it back to the community that created the show and the community that the story belongs to. That was really, really cool because there are so much people. I'm sure you was getting stuff left, right, and center.
Oh, people.
Yeah.
Hawaii came out.
Yeah, they did in full force. But what else would you honestly expect from all of us?
You know what? It was so full force that I'm not going to lie to you. I try to get away coming in with my flannel and jeans. I kid you not. Then my best friend was saying, Sisa, you are not. I'm like, come on, it's not a big deal. I mean, I'm fine. Then they changed my mind. Then literally last minute, they said, Sisa, at least put on some makeup and stuff, fix your hair. I'm like, fine, guys. All right, put it on. Then I walk in and I'm like, dang, I just see feathers, tea leaves. I'm like, dang, everybody went to their garden before they came out, bruh.
I
Pulling
know.
the chicken feathers, guys. Everybody's decked out. So I was glad that at least I put something on. But it was beautiful to see.
Yeah, it was a special night. And
Very special.
for you, because I think we were all so getting caught talking to everybody everywhere. I didn't even see you last night.
No, I was surprised. So, funny story was, I was trying to get Matza them.
Yeah.
I was like, Matza, what time are you guys on? Because I like try to come onto the carpet when you guys are there.
Yeah.
It says we're like 5:30. I'm like, okay. And I was like, bro, we're running late. We was getting ready. I swear you would think, I brought my best friends from high school. You would think it was their premiere. They were getting ready. And Maylin, my other one, was laughing. She goes, Sisa, I'm going to call you guys Sisa and the Seven Dwarves. They're all like your height, sis. They're all like just tiny. Sisa, where we go? But we go on the red carpet. We're running late, get there. And I'm like, hey, let me just get on before everybody else comes. Dude, I turn around. I was like, what's everybody looking at? I was like, oh, shoot, Jay was not even far behind me. Jason.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, dang it.
Hey, at least you made them. At
Dude,
least you made them.
I know. Who never made them?
Ioane.
Yo.
Poor Ioane.
He came
By
in.
the time I seen him, it was like dark, like the show was about to start. I was like, bro, where were you? Poor
He
guy.
comes in, I'm like, bro, I love your 70s Aloha shirt, cuz. He's like, she said, it's a little tad bit smaller, but I was just like, him and his mustache is like,
So good. So good.
so good. But hey,
Yeah.
wait, question. How's the directing going?
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, there's been like a lot of awesome things happening in Hawaii. I think
Amen.
especially through ICAN Network, there's
yeah.
a lot of awesome filmmakers and a lot of awesome actors, actresses coming up. So good, we've been working on a couple projects with some of
Good.
those students, Makana David and Justin Kalani Burbage.
I love
They've been doing
Makano.
some awesome stuff. Yeah.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
I saw him in front of the Common Kings. He was just dancing in front of me
Oh.
like crazy. Love that
I
kid
love
though.
it, yeah.
Biggest heart.
Biggest heart.
Yeah.
Biggest heart. They're super, super incredible artists. But yeah, they're doing an awesome project that we did a concept for and doing some other little stories. But
What is your position in all that?
so on that one, I am the lead actress. Yeah,
Hell
and
yeah.
then just like the resident cheerleader because I love those guys. Just really want the films to be made. It's an incredible
love
film.
it.
But I actually also was really cool about that project. Got to invite my cousin Manavai Olan, who she was in a short film that I directed in 2023, and I got her an audition for that film,
Yeah.
and she got the part.
Shots. Oh my
So
gosh.
cute. So that was.
What are your characters in the
We're
film?
sisters.
Get out of here.
Yeah, which is so crazy. It's kind of like, because I mean, she's only done 1 or 2 things, but I was like, you know, she's my little mentoree, so it was so
that.
cute. She totally smashed the audition, and
Come on, did you meet
Yeah.
Kaina?
yeah,
No acting experience,
Yeah.
but still, I don't think if you got it, you got it, man.
seriously, I
Oh,
know.
good for
kinda
her.
smashed it. Yeah, but it was cute. But yeah, I mean, there's lots of exciting stuff happening. I mean, for you,
Sis,
you had that amazing show
Well,
the night before
you know
our
what?
premiere.
I've decided to pivot. The reason why I started stand-up comedy was because I said to myself, okay, I'm trying to pitch a show. I'm trying to pitch this show kind of based around my life as a football mom
Mm.
and comedy. But they don't believe that I can do comedy in the sense of like nobody's like, oh yeah, you got to do this. You got to do
I
this.
don't know who can't believe you can do
Dude, I don't
comedy.
know. Apparently, I'm not putting enough comedy content out there. So I said, let's just do a whole bunch of comedy.
Yeah.
And let 'em. So yeah, that's the only reason why I decided to just pivot. But it's always something I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like forever. I was like, no, I just want to do comedy. Even had a conversation with Jay when I had asked him, like, hey, can I shadow you
yeah.
when you're doing some of the episodes? He's like, yeah. He said, but what do you want to do, man?
Yeah.
I said, do comedy. He said, comedy? See you listens in. And he's like, oh yeah, comedy.
Yeah.
Is that hard or what? And Jay says, dude, comedy is the hardest.
It is the hardest thing you can do.
The hardest.
Yeah.
And I said to him, I said, dude, I gotta do comedy. Like it's drama. I love drama, but there's just something with just playing. I always see the absurdity in everything. Like no
Yeah.
joke. Says
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
Oh yeah.
Like,
we
I'm
got
like-
all kind of
all of us-
absurdity.
I think
all
our
the
whole
time.
cow thread
Yeah.
is absurd.
Yeah.
But yeah, I find the absurdity in a lot of things in my own life experiences. And I said, you know what? Let's go. Let's run this. Let's
Yeah.
just talk about everything about being a Samoan mom coming from Samoa to Hawaii to Orange County. My gosh.
Yeah.
I like bring the, value of Orange County down when I walk around. I make sure everybody's humble. Hey,
Yeah.
we
All
not,
the prices of homes.
it's coming
You're
down
doing
because I'm
public
here.
services.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
thank
But
you.
yeah, that's the reason why I decided to do it.
Yeah.
Time to just elevate myself in a different position. And I'm
Yeah.
excited for it.
I'm
Totally.
excited for you
Thanks,
because
sis.
I mean you're a hilarious person. I think on set, I think all the crew was like, when are these guys gonna start their scene? Because we're all just laughing and making
goofing
trouble
around.
all day. Yeah, but I mean you're hilarious. I think all Polynesians are naturally hilarious.
That part.
Yeah.
It's in us, man.
Yeah.
Like we can't be serious.
Yeah.
One of the questions the people, the media was asking, like, hey, how was it working with Jay? I said, bro, I kid you guys not. Jay's like, he's got the same personality as my little brother.
Yeah.
And being on set with him, it was the hardest thing because Mata and I, we like clown on each other 24/7.
Yeah.
When dad puts us in a room, like, hey, we have to have a serious meeting. There's been a funeral. And we just need everybody's help. You can't put me and Mata in that room about a funeral because we see each other's eyes. We're like, bruh, we're going to find something and clown. So being in the room with Jay in the scene, I'm just like, bruh, like, put something.
Like,
And I had to control myself. But
yeah.
it's just in our nature as Polynesians to just be joyful and be happy and find the joy in something,
Yeah.
Not always be serious.
Yeah. All the time. There's a time and place for everything.
Time and place.
But even the heavy things, there's also always levity and everything. I mean,
Exactly, sis.
even spending time in Aotearoa with my husband, going to all of their events, even if it's a funeral, they are laughing 24/7, and that's the best part is we're calling all the stories about
Exactly.
that person's life and everything, and like eating all day long
Yes.
around the clock. Like food is always
You're like, it's
turning
not
out.
ending anytime soon.
It's just
It's
It's
true.
the best part about
Yeah.
being Polynesian. I
Being
think.
Polynesian. You just brought up Aotearoa, and That was my first time flying to New Zealand when we went
Yeah.
to shoot in Chief
Was
of
it?
War. First time ever. And I have a lot of family there.
Yeah.
A lot of family. When we lived in Samoa, the natural pivot for a family and transition for a family, if you want to leave the country, is to go to New Zealand.
Yeah.
But we ended up
that's-
coming
yeah.
to Hawaii.
Yeah, so I was thinking about that because when we were in Auckland for so long
Yes.
filming, you know, I was like, man, I really wonder how Sisa ended up here
Instead
and
of
not in Auckland. So how did that, about what age did you guys decide to move in? What was that decision like?
Dad is a musician. So dad is like, he's kind of like the Elvis in our country. He's like probably one of the last living legendary musicians out of our country that's still with us. So dad, he did so much for his country. And at a point, when I was 11, he says, hey guys, we're going to head out somewhere. And our two choices are New Zealand or Hawaii.
Yeah.
And we were big fans of Elvis, and Blue Hawaii was on repeat, sis, repeat.
Yeah.
And we were just praying. We're like, Dad, oh man, hope we go to Hawaii, hope we go to Hawaii. But we knew he had a lot of family in New Zealand. My dad's got 21 brothers and sisters.
Wow.
The bulk of them were all in New Zealand.
Wow.
So Dad made the choice though to go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And this is the reason why he'll say it to this day, sis. I took my family to America because they're the first people that put the man on the moon. And I'm like, Dad, I don't even know if it's for real, but we'll ride with it.
That's enough.
Say less,
I back
Dad.
you. I back you, Uncle.
Exactly.
whatever it takes to
Whatever
bring
reason
Sisa
it was.
over here. Let's do it. That's
But we
amazing.
came to Hawaii, but sis, Hawaii.
Yeah.
I call it home because, brah, Hawaii taught us the aloha spirit.
Yeah.
I don't care where you're from. I feel like there's no other place that has that.
Mm.
So we adopted that, and my siblings and I take it wherever we go, and we just can't help but aloha wherever we go,
Yeah.
with whoever we meet, and no matter even if we know, everyone goes through life through downfalls, challenges, but Hawaii has just helped us to pull out of things faster.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, just love everybody.
Yeah.
So I love Hawaii for that,
Yeah.
sis. So
Yeah.
it's an honor to be a part of the story that Jay just pushed and nailed it and elevated the people.
Yeah. Well, I feel like the story wouldn't have been the same without you. You were the perfect person for your role. You killed it. You
I had
absolutely
fun.
killed it.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Jay says, he said, you could have been my wife. And I'm like, bruh, like, I'm not even going to lie. I'm so glad. I'm so glad, bro, because I said, I'm Vi.
Yeah.
Through and through, bro. When I read her, I'm like, dang, I feel like I'm playing myself.
Yeah.
So
She's strong.
Strong.
I mean,
Strong
imagine,
woman.
like, really to imagine putting yourself in the shoes of that character. Somebody who went so far. I mean,
A
even
real
today,
historical
Samoa
person,
to
girl.
America is far. Think about
Exactly.
that when there's no phones. You're going on ships like that. That is an insane character, and the psychology behind what she would have had to put herself through to get there.
Can I
and also
confirm
be
with you?
so forward thinking.
Can I confirm with you? I'm not sure. Did they ever find out why this woman left the island or how?
I'm not sure. I've
I don't
got to
know
ask
either.
Pa'a.
Yes.
I know the story because obviously she's based on a real person.
Yeah, she's based off of a real
Yeah.
character. And somebody had asked me, like, oh, so how did she get there? I said, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Pa said they found her there. This kind of Kayana's character found her in the
Yeah.
Orient. That's pretty.
That's
was
a
pretty
far
crazy.
away from home.
Far.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was great. But how's that balancing with your career itself?
Yeah. It's I mean, it's really interesting because my career, everybody has their own story of how they got into the industry, and they're always
Yes.
very interesting.
Yes, I want to know.
Yeah. Well, for myself, I had a very weird, unusual, kind of crazy path being mentored by Jason. Yeah. So since 2018.
Which you're blessed by, I think.
So incredibly blessed. Like,
Sis.
after last night, being a part of that, I was like, how am I even here? How am I even standing here in this group of phenomenal people and like celebrating
Sis.
Hawaii in this way? But
Favor is what it's called.
yeah, it's so crazy. But yeah, and so 2018, I started mentoring under Jason, and I went to live with him in Vancouver, Canada, to film season 1. Yeah, and since then I worked as his assistant because that was the easiest way to get me onto a set. I had no clue what was going on whatsoever, like
Wow.
literally in
How
the
old
deep
were you?
end.
2018?
Oh my gosh, I think I was do math. I think I was 20.
20?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
You're a baby.
Yeah. I was 20 years old, and I was living with, him and his team in Vancouver, and it was freezing. That was the first time I lived away from home. Yeah, I'd done like traveling, for surfing and stuff and sports, but not
that
living abroad.
Yeah. Oh
living
my
abroad
gosh.
in the freezing
Oh my
cold. But
gosh.
yeah, it was a huge transition, but it was such a great learning experience because I think even, you can learn as much as you want about the film industry, reading and learning and going to school and stuff, but when you step on a set, it's way different. There's so many different protocols and when you can do this and that, just these little nuances and just the way you conduct yourself on set. And so learning all of that was such a great experience. And I just continued to do that pretty much all the way through Chief of War.
Wow.
Where we were, I'm sure you guys would see me like go in my costume and be hecke and then get out my costume and go get him a tea and be his assistant again. But yeah, it was a pretty crazy, so the work-life balance being around Jason, he's always on go. As you've seen, he's never stopping. He's, as soon as his eyes open in the morning, he's like on doing something. Wow. And so just at the end of last year, I passed that role as his assistant on to his cousin, which is really cool. And so getting that, balancing my personal life with my work life has been very freeing.
Amen. I love
that opportunity. So in that time, I got married, which was awesome.
I felt like you did it all after
married. I know. I was just like, I gotta get it in. I could feel Jason breathing down my neck, in my dreams, being like, hurry up, do the fun stuff because you gotta get back to work, which is so true, honestly.
I agree.
But yeah, and then in the meantime, obviously working on personal projects and stuff, and getting to be around the ICAN network and do some stuff back in Hawaii has been really, really fun and fulfilling too. But
that's a lot. I would have to say that is so much to take on at a person your age, and you're still young. In my eyes, you're still very young, and you accumulated so much in your resume at a short period of time, and now you're tackling real life stuff and adulting in the real world. It is beautiful to watch, and you're doing it effortlessly, and carrying yourself with grace through it all. But it was true though. I saw what you got engaged. Wow, go girl, do it all.
But it's such a privilege to have that responsibility to do both, because what an opportunity just to be able to learn. And I think as an actor, it gives you really good perspective about every single person, obviously on a film set. It doesn't matter if they're picking up trash, cleaning the bathrooms. Everybody has a really important job to play to make all the wheels turn. And so I think as an actor, it gives you a really good sense of okay, I'm an actor, but I'm not the main idea.
Agreed.
We're all here to serve the story. The story is the most important thing, and it doesn't matter what job you're doing. Like I said, if you're cleaning the bathroom, you're serving the story.
100%.
And so to have that kind of thing and be like, okay, we're here, we're all the team. We're here to make this vision possible. Let's all be cohesive. And, it really takes away, I think, the pressure of acting a little bit.
Agree.
Because when you're working on a set every day and you see a series regular every day coming in work, and then you see somebody like a day player coming in, I feel like day playing, you get nervous, because you're kind of stepping into somebody else's world. Everybody has been there every single day.
Expectations are way up.
But when you're on a set and you're working behind the camera, you see a day player, you're like, oh, hi, day player.
Yes.
It's just no one.
It helps.
It really helps take the pressure off, because no one's criticizing you, and honestly, nobody's judging you. Even the director isn't judging you. If you got the role, you got the role.
Got the role.
Yeah. And so
but a lot of us second guess, are we doing this right? Are we doing this right? Am I going to get fired? Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. So I think that was a really cool thing to teach you, everybody's here as a team, and there's not so much pressure, I think, as maybe we put on ourselves.
Agreed.
But when we were in Aotearoa, and one of my favorite moments actually that I remember really vividly, it was from the reshoots, I think, of being behind the camera and watching everybody's scenes, was watching your scene with Jason inside of Zamboanga.
Oh, yes.
That scene where you're like, ahu'ula, when he's coming to ask you to help him to get guns.
Yes.
I loved that scene.
Dude.
I love the way you played that scene, and the set was really interesting too.
It was beautiful.
Can you tell us a little bit about that scene?
You're talking about the scene where I'm following him, right?
Yeah,
And I'm
it's a scene where we are.
It's an evening scene.
It's an evening scene.
Yes.
He comes and you basically are showing him your amazing, like, all these things that you've collected over the years, and it really kind of shows how Vi is like this powerful person, and you've got attendance in there and everything. So
yes.
What was, because also for context, for people who don't know, that was a reshoot. So
that was a reshoot.
We had already shot the whole show,
Mm-hmm.
and then on the back end, I feel like Vi got so much more character building.
Yes, she did.
Yeah. So how was that experience for you to go back with a character that you had a little bit more time to sit with, rethink, do the reshoots, and be in a scene like that where you're kind of displaying Vi as a person living overseas?
I loved it. I love the choice. The choice
Yeah.
for me made sense because when I sat with Pa'a and Pa'a said, when I hear the word reshoot, I'm just thinking just a couple of things.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, well, did I miss a line? I mean, we can do that in ADR, but reshoots might be a little bit more serious. And when I saw how much pages that was being reshot for Vi, I was like, what the heck? So I sat with, I think it was, oh my gosh, my brother, our showrunner,
Doug.
When I sat with Doug and he broke down why they had to do reshoots on Vi, and I thought too, of course, the doubts come in. I'm like, oh my gosh, did I do something wrong?
Yeah.
Were my choices not strong? So whose fault is that? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know. Dick player mentality, just like, oh, I'm ruining everything. Yeah.
But was it really my fault?
Yeah. I think
so
it was
then
a focus puller. Yeah.
So then when he tells me what happened was, he said, Vi's world wasn't dark enough to make that transition to Hawaii matter more. It's not, there weren't enough, what's the word I'm looking for? Stakes. There's not enough stake there. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to lie. You saying that makes a lot of sense to me because I'm thinking the first part of Vi, I was like, dude, the store was so pretty.
Yeah.
Everything was so nice.
Yeah.
I felt like it was a whole, was it those stores? I don't know what it was, but Pottery Barn. I'm like, damn. And I love, because one of my bros, Remy, works on the set. Love you, Bibs. He was so cute. The first time we shot that first round, he's like, Sisa, oh my gosh, did you see your store? I'm like, I am so excited. I picture what it looked like the second time around.
Yeah.
I pictured dark. I picture like, because she's dressed all dirty.
Yeah.
Well, I walked in, I didn't want to say anything. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. But in my mind, I'm like, it doesn't match what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
So when they did the reshoots and that I walked into that world, I was like, bruh, nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
I walked in, played it off. It felt more Vi. So the reshoot choices for Vi was spot on.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I know, just to visually, because they'll never get to see what that first set sort of looked
and that
like.
makes me sad because all the work they put in.
Yeah, it was a beautiful set, and it was kind of like this extravagant sort of, I remember you're walking down these hallways filled with items and like these kind of big open rooms that had like light coming into them. It was really beautiful.
Almost like Padel's draping.
Yeah, it was
People
gorgeous.
will never see that.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous.
It was really cool. And then when you see it in the episode, the viewers will see that it is like darker. It takes place at night, which is really cool.
Yes.
But I think it was a really, really smart decision for them to strengthen Vi in that way.
Yeah.
Because she is basically telling the viewers and showing the story like this is what will happen to Hawaii. And this is a way that our people will be affected.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was really cool. I loved watching that scene, and I loved that entire reshoot and the Zamboanga as well, walking through the scene with you two having a discussion saying like, we need to control our trade and this is what's going to happen to our people. And at the same time, you have all the people from Zamboanga who are like famished, sleeping on the streets.
Dirty. Everything looked dirty.
Yeah. I thought that was a really good thing for them to add into, like you said, raise the stakes of the story and show what's at stake if Keaulana doesn't do what he needs to do.
Your people will live like this.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing I wanted to ask you personally about on the show, which was so hard to watch. Are we allowed to talk about certain things on the show?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything. Anyway, okay.
Emotions, maybe?
Emotions, yeah, okay. I'll keep it on a side where you don't have to maybe spoil anything. So when we were in Aotearoa, this is before the reshoots, we were shooting at, I believe it was Mataora Bay on the Coromandel Coast. It was so beautiful there, and that's where we had the village wherein the story your family
Oh yes.
live.
Oh,
How was
wow.
it working with that young boy? I think it was his name Tama.
Tama.
He was so adorable.
Oh my God, she's the cutest.
And he did amazing in the show as well.
Tama did amazing. He was
Yeah.
Afakasi. He was Samoan, Caucasian, or
Oh,
Maori, I
okay.
think. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But got to know him and his mom. The mom was the sweetest.
Yeah.
And Tama was the sweetest kid.
Yeah,
My
he was
God.
so sweet.
Very respectful, very quiet, smiles all the time.
Yeah, he did
But
great.
to work with Tama was awesome, says. But I'm not gonna lie, that's where my blooper happens. At that scene where we're
Yeah.
running on the sand. So normally when I look at a script, I try to look through it to see if I see 2 words. She runs. I'm like, well, I don't see those 2 words. I'm good. I guess I missed it because right before we're shooting this scene, I'm like, hey, I'll just look at the script later. And I looked at it and I go, oh, heck no, it says she runs. So I'm like, all right, where's she running? He goes, oh, heck, she's running on the beach.
Oh my God. Yeah, and that sand. Yeah, that sand. And they had like all this stuff in the sand they had to dodge.
The
And,
stunts.
yeah.
So I don't know if you heard, girl, I major fell. Not just once, in one shot,
Oh my God.
3 times.
No.
In one shot.
Oh
Because I
my-
tried to redeem myself to
Oh.
come back and fell. Come back and fell.
But that's a dedication to the craft.
Thank you, sis. There
Yeah,
is no, there's no.
you don't stop until director
Yes,
says cut.
Okay. The shot was a drone. Now it's the drone. And Tom and I said, okay, Tom, okay. Remember, there's that stunt guy we got to avoid, so, I yell out, run in Hawaiian.
Yep.
I yell it out, and then we turn around, run. And I'm like, bruh, run. I guess I missed something. Bump into one of the stunts, turn around, walk over, hit the other guy, fell to my side. I get up, couldn't get up my knees, went full face, and I just stayed there. I just wait till they say cut. Then I hear cut. Everybody's running after me. You know you're old when everyone runs after you.
When
and
everyone's just
laughing.
like, yeah.
Oh, Auntie. I was like, Psh, Auntie, get off me, boy. I'm good. Oh, what's his name? Doug runs over. He says, are you okay? I'm like, tell me you got that for bloopers.
Oh my God.
Tell me you got that for bloopers because it was the funniest thing I've ever felt in my life.
Oh, they definitely have it.
They got
somewhere.
it. They have it. They have
Yeah.
it. But shooting that scene with Tama and seeing my husband from afar, I love that brother. He was such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Seeing him afar, it was a hard thing to do because again, I'm walking up a hill of sand. I'm like, wait, what, Matt? What do you need me to do? Okay, I'm feeling it right when I get to the top of this hill. Got it. And I'm carrying what do you
Big
call it?
case,
Chest.
right?
A
Yeah,
chest.
chest. Yeah.
Oh, they're giving me everything today. Chest, walking up the sand. And I'm supposed to be sad seeing my husband. What I really was sad about was that my legs are just numb.
Just legs are just burning. Yeah. Yeah.
It's burning.
Oh my gosh.
But seeing, I love that they added that because it showed the soft side of Vai.
Yes.
It showed the soft side of her because what was being seen in her world of Zamboanga was just a woman trying to survive, just a woman trying to wheel and deal to get what she needs for herself. Being, I feel like she was living a life trying to revenge the people she left back home. And hey, I can do it. I don't care what you guys say.
Yeah.
I can do it. And no matter what, no matter how, I'm going to get it done. So coming back home to see that transition from being that, badass warrior and coming in to feel like, oh, shoot, I'm home. This is the man that I left. This is the child that I left. And now to get that emotion out, it was tough. It was tough. It was tough. But it was, hopefully we got it.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely
I mean,
got
I saw
it.
it.
It was beautiful. I loved your entire storyline.
Oh, sis, thank you.
Amazing.
Thank
Yeah.
you. But I wanted to ask you, with your whole transitioning from your character to your off-camera role, I just thought that was the craziest thing I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever been on a set where someone was one of the series regulars
Yeah.
to being an assistant. How do you do that? How do you manage that? How do you mentally clock in and clock back out?
Coffee. So much coffee.
Caffeine.
Yeah, caffeine. Actually, I'm not even picky. Any caffeine in general.
Yes.
I'll do whatever. It doesn't have to be coffee. But seriously, no. So much coffee. Honestly.
Yeah,
Thank
for
goodness
real.
we're in Aotearoa, best coffee in the world.
Oh,
but
I was just about to ask what brand.
yeah. whatever the
Aotearoa always have
no,
great
what is
coffee.
it? Aotearoa, they have the raglan roast.
Oh,
Raglan roast, that's the one.
Okay,
Noted. Yes.
Noted.
But yeah, it's a really interesting sort of balance, but at the same time it's the only balance I've ever known.
Wow.
Because
Yeah.
when I started acting, I was also an assistant, and when I was assistant, I was also acting. So I kind of didn't know anything different. So to me, it was pretty natural. I think a lot of people were concerned for me in the beginning, but once they saw the workflow between Jason and I, they're like, okay, yeah, dude,
Wow.
we've got it. So
See, I'm not the only one.
yeah,
It's not normal.
Yeah, it's not normal, but you know what? Grateful.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm super grateful. But I'm super grateful for this discussion, and I'm okay. So another thing that was really exciting, I think, for the whole cast coming over from Hawaii to Aotearoa was the cultural exchange, and not only the cultural exchange, but working with the Aotearoa crew, our Aotearoa cast. So what was that experience like working for you in Aotearoa? Because I know it was your first time, as you mentioned.
Yes.
Versus maybe some of the other places that you've worked either in America or in Hawaii.
Yes. So for me, I am, as a Samoan, I still live a life like very, very, like any other Samoan.
Mm-hmm.
Going to New Zealand, I was so excited. I was like, bro, there's more Samoans here than there are in America, in the States, in the mainland. So I was excited. But what was so weird, like I noticed, and I even asked my Samoan friends and family who live in Samoa, I said, or in New Zealand, I said, is it just me? But I feel like I'm walking around smiling at everybody, and they probably think I'm this crazy woman. I'm like,
yes, yeah.
Hey. And I'm like waving at him, like, oh my gosh, a brown person. You're like, yeah. But it was so, I could tell that they felt awkward about it. Like, who's this crazy lady just waving and smiling at us?
Extremely friendly lady.
Friendly. Yeah. I was like, hey, I gotta bring my little HUD down a little bit. I get it. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
But that was interesting. But being on set, that was outside of work, and then coming into on set, it was the coolest thing ever. I mean, having so many Polynesians on set, I was just blown away. Even our Kiwi brothers and sisters, like, just to have that collaboration in front of the camera and behind the camera, it made me feel comfortable. It made me feel at home. It made me feel more like, bro, I'm here for my people. Like, this is so cool, man. And they're there. We're all there for each other. And like you said earlier, this whole thing can't work if that's not where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
If that's not hitting the mark, all this doesn't matter. So what I noticed, as far as no matter what department they were in, they worked so hard.
Yes.
They were like, hey, we gotta get this done. Everybody took it so seriously. And witnessing that was so empowering for me.
Yeah.
Like, man, our people can do this, man.
Yeah.
And then seeing the show come out, and now people are seeing it. I'm like, dude, but if you guys see the work that went behind it, if it wasn't that, you wouldn't see this. So, it was beautiful.
Yeah, it
to work in Aotearoa, to see that beauty.
I agree with you. I feel like for me, last night at the premiere, I kind of had to like detach myself a little bit watching it, because I've seen all the episodes already, and so when I watch it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this scene is so cool, because that day we all did this as a cast, and it was so fun, and such was, all the other assistants, we were doing this behind the camera, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's an awesome scene. But in my mind, it's like scene of like a fire burning and like nothing is really going on. But I'm like, that was the best day ever, just because the crew and everybody was so epic.
Exactly.
And everybody and I agree with you. I love being down in Aotearoa and working with their crew and just like all the brothers on set. It's so good. I gotta share such a funny story. So
please.
In the my husband's gonna kill me. So in the reshoots, we had to reshoot a particular scene with Kaina, and they needed some extras to be in the background. And so I was like, babe, you're in there. I'm gonna make you're gonna be an extra.
Team voluntold.
Yeah, so we voluntold. Voluntold him, got him in there at the last minute. But all the bros, all the cousins, all the bros, and I think there was about like maybe 100 chiefs that day.
Oh my Lord.
Ahu Ula, Mahi Ole, the whole thing. So they kind of had to go find like all of the cousins, like the biggest cousins they could find to be like all of these chiefs in the background. And so Kehu's in the back right there, and he was a Hilo warrior, but all the bros were so big, and they're like, "Fuck, can we get some KFC?" what? You just called KFC or what? And then the other bros started calling them the Kilo Warriors. But and they were loving it. They're like, Kilo Warriors, yeah. Like it
That's
was
my team. That's my team.
yeah.
Kilo Warriors.
Just that humor, that Polynesian humor, on set, like that is something I think that Aotearoa has.
Yes, they do.
That Hawaii also has.
They mirror each other, girl.
Yes. They're very similar, and I think that connection is really interesting and really cool, and I think it's awesome that we get to have that exchange between one another.
100.
And I think the other thing I noticed about Aotearoa crews is that's similar to Hawaii is they're so grateful for work. Like when we're in Hawaii, when you're on set, everybody's just so happy to see one another.
Yes.
It's like a family, and everybody's so grateful to be working and making art, and working with our crew in Hawaii was so fun. I mean, I feel like everybody became family after. Yeah, it was really, really interesting. But I mean, I haven't really worked so much I've shot one thing in California, but it was in Joshua Tree. It wasn't in LA.
Oh, I love Joshua Tree.
But you live in Orange County.
I do.
So do you shoot many things in LA?
You know what? I'm so thankful that the work that I have been able to do, we're shot a lot in there.
Okay.
One of the jobs where I was concerned it might take me away, because Aotearoa was the first one that really took me away. I think the farthest I went was Boston.
Wow.
To shoot a show called Smilf. I never heard of that, but yes, Smilf. My brain. Sorry, there's normally a joke that follows with that, but I don't have it in my head right now. But I went. I got casted for Skeleton Crew, and then in my brain, I'm thinking, "Whoa, this is Star Wars. Where the heck are they going to shoot this?" And I was just telling my husband, I said, "Babe, just pray it's not far, because I don't like missing my kids' games."
Yeah.
And so they sent the call sheet, or not the call sheet, but the information where we're shooting, and it was in Malibu.
Wow.
I was so thankful.
Wow.
And we shot there from like July to December. I was so grateful. Again, all the job I get, for some reason, God knows, just keep me close to my family.
Yeah.
Keep me close to my family. My kids, sports, athletic, and I don't like missing games. I feel like I'm missing out. Like, allow me to do this, but if I can't be a mom, if I can't be there for the most important times of their lives,
Absolutely.
why am I even doing this?
Yeah.
When I hear people, and I get it, everyone has a different journey and struggles, but I feel so sad when I hear someone just constantly working.
Yeah.
But then you're missing out on all the beautiful parts of your life, of your children growing. So I tell my husband, I said, if it takes me away from the kids to a certain degree, I said, I'm not going to do it. I won't do it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sacrifice this until they leave the house. Then I said, okay, let's go full force, green light, all the way, everything.
Yeah.
I've been so grateful to have jobs near the kids. So it was hard to say yes to going to Aotearoa,
Yeah.
but I think it was the right time because their seasons weren't going on at the time. So it allowed me to be like, hey, guys, not in your core seasons. Let me just go shoot this for a few months and head back. But shooting in LA, you're shooting in LA. Different. And I'm not saying there's no people with an aloha spirit or something like it in LA. There is a lot of great people. There's just those other personalities. In LA, it's like, bruh.
It's a different culture.
Culture. Like, do we need another type A? Like, or do we have to be mad at somebody in your department? Like, bruh, just aloha each other.
Yeah.
You got to make it work. If you're going to poison your spot, your section, you got to just bring everybody down in actuality, no matter what.
Right.
So sometimes it makes me sad when certain crew, or maybe a cast, but LA, you just have the different culture. Different mindset. Yeah.
Definitely different mindset. Yeah. I like what you said, and I think it's a really interesting thing that people don't really discuss too much in our industry, because it is so like all or nothing.
Yeah.
When you're going, you are going, and you've got to be there. Your life is dedicated to the show pretty much. And I thought it was really interesting hearing you talk about, not because some people might say, oh, I'm sacrificing my career to be with my family. But it's not that. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible, but I really enjoyed what you said about wanting to be with your family and, wanting to be there for them first. Yeah. And I feel like that's a very Polynesian thing. I feel like it's a very Hawaii thing as well. I mean, I completely agree with you.
Yeah. You're raised that way,
Yeah.
Mom and dad are there at your core most memorable moments of your life.
Yeah.
So I know you're gonna do the same thing when you have a family, and you're gonna
Yeah.
just pour into your kids and your family, your husband. But just coming here was hard to come for the premiere, leaving the kids. But I have to remind myself it's only for a few days, only for a few days.
Yeah.
But it's my time with my husband. Enjoy each other's company, and I never take him a lot to work stuff.
Yeah.
So seeing him there, my heart melted because that's our first core thing.
Yeah, that's
My
so
husband and my
cool.
kids.
That's
So when
so
they see it,
special.
like I cry more just seeing their faces.
Yeah.
I could care less what I do, but
Yeah.
we do it for them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do. And then, yeah,
Did Mom and
Ohana's
Dad
always
come last
first.
night?
They did.
Oh
Yeah, they
my
were there. It was
gosh.
amazing.
How
Yeah.
are they?
They're great. Yeah, they're
Yeah?
good. They're good.
How does Mom and Dad feel with the journey you're at right now with everything?
I mean, I feel like they just are like, wow. You know, I mean, I can't imagine your kid, especially being from Kauai, you know, and it's like, and then,
Yes.
I mean, it's just
Oh
been
my
a crazy
gosh.
experience. And
Do you have
Yeah.
a tight circle or like a good solid community in Kauai where
Yes.
they're just looking
Yeah.
at you and want to cry and be like, oh, look at her, look at she's all grown now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I have an amazing ohana on Kauai, and everybody's really tight. And yeah, we have a really awesome community there of artists and Native Hawaiian artists too. So I think it's all going to grow, and especially we just did an ICAN thing there, and so
Good.
I'm like, really excited to see the future for
Yes.
all of us, for you, and
Absolutely.
I'm super grateful that we got to have this discussion
Same.
today. And
You're always busy. For me,
Yeah.
when they paired me up with you, I said, heck yeah, I get to talk to my name.
I know we don't get to hang out enough. Yeah,
Never.
yeah. So mahalo for your time.
I'm thankful, sis. Thankful I get to time to talk stories and to catch up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Hopefully we'll see each other soon at another ICAN.
Garens, Barons. I
Yeah.
love you.
Love you, sis.
Mm.
Yeah, you.